Hello, I'm Sensei Michael with Lotus Defense Studios. Thank you very much for tuning in again. Today we're going to cover the topic of requirements as you are an orange belt working towards your purple belt. Again, you can find this posted on our Facebook page at Lotus Studios, or if you go to YouTube, you can go to Lotus Kempo Karate and you'll see a whole array of videos there. By whole array, I mean it's like 4 right now, but down the road, there'll be a whole array. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on our combinations first. So as a white belt, you got 6 and 7. As a yellow belt, you were introduced to combination with 3. And as an orange belt, you're going to get 2 numbers now, combination with 2 and number 5. And all the combinations kind of go hand in hand as you learn them. 2 and 5 are both inside techniques, and again, they can be used off of grab, a straight punch, multitude of things. 2 is a longer technique on the inside, whereas 5 is a shorter technique on the inside. So let's get right into it. Combination with 2. I'm going to go neutral stance, or again as a horse stance. Hands are in a guarded position. As my attacker is coming towards me, let's go with a straight punch. What we're going to do is move to the inside of his arm, or his body, or her arm. You don't discriminate. So as the person throws their attack, we're going to slide out with the right foot, push off the left foot, left hand's a guard, and I'm going to do a forearm smash down. That forearm smash is going to try to hit right above the wrist area of the person's punch. Then we're going to step in with the right leg, right back punch straight to the chin. As the left foot touches the right, we're going to close punch to the person's stomach. Then we're going to step through with an elbow strike to the stomach. The right hand goes behind his leg. We're going to scoop his leg out, push his leg to the side, knife hand to the groin, gotta hurt, and then cross and cover, get away. Okay, one more time. So this is combination of the 2 in the Kempo system. Side step and smash, back punch to the chin, close punch elbow, scoop his leg, knife hand, and then cross. And then one final time, combination of the 2. Hands are always in the ready position. Again, I never want to start with the hands down here, or folded, or in my pockets, or whatnot. Hands always ready. So number 2, wait. Say. Combination with 5. So again, you're going to see that off of a right strike or right push, this is an inside technique. So what I'm going to do, first thing, move the same exact way as number 2. I'm going to slide up with the right foot, push off of my left foot. My right hand wants to form a chicken wrist. And this chicken wrist wants to come up underneath the person's arm, right about at his wrist area. My left hand will drop a palm. This palm in chicken wrist, it's kind of like sandwiching 2 things together. So we're going to sandwich his wrist. As we step in, we're going to rake down with a tiger palm to the person's face. We're going to shift our weight back to our left leg as we back punch strike right underneath the person's chin. My weight is set now, so my right leg can chamber to my flamingo, side kick to his midsection, and then cross and cover, get away. One more time, so combination with 2. Let's do combination with 5. We're going to turn to the side, trap the person's wrist, slide in, tiger palm down, back punch in, push off, side kick, cross and cover, get away. And one more time, combination with 5. So let's move to the side, trap, say, and done. Now at this level, we're going to start to introduce you to what we call Kempo self-defense techniques. They're called numerous things in different Kempo systems, defense maneuvers, just self-defense drills. This is Kempo front choke number 1. So we're standing someplace. We seem to get attacked a lot. No idea where we're standing, but we should really think about moving. Anyways, the person is going to come towards me. He's going to try to choke me. So what I'm going to do is, first thing, always prepare your stance. Always, always, always. Get in a good stance, okay? Think of that like throwing a snowball, okay? Pretend like you got a snowball in your hand. Pick it up, squish it, squish. Funny word. Throw it as hard as you can. What's the first thing you'll notice you do? You step out. From this position, I don't get a hard throw. But if one foot is a little bit more in front of the other, I can get a lot more of my body into the throw itself. So somebody comes towards me, assuming they weigh 160, 70, 80 pounds, they're gonna throw their weight on me. So I'm not gonna really be standing just like this. As they throw their weight towards me, it jars me back a little bit. Hands come together. Boy, this is a great position. My hands are gonna thrust up over my head to break their grip. I'm gonna step in, palm heel strike. This is gonna go to either side of the ribs. From there, we're gonna finish up with a instep kick, to the groin, back and on guard. Now, you don't know when the person grabs you how you're actually gonna move. In other words, I may step back with the left foot, or I may step back with the right foot. It really doesn't matter. The difference being, if I were to step back and my left foot goes back, that prompts me to go into my break. I'll step towards the person with my palms. Now my instep kick has to come off my rear foot, because in karate, you always kick or strike to your weight. My weight is here, that's my kick. So one more time, I'm standing around, someone chokes me, I prepare my stance, break, palm, and done. The opposite of that is a back choke. Back choke's a little bit scarier. I don't know who's behind me. It could be, the person could be really, really tall or short, or all these different things. It doesn't matter. But a lot of times what you can't see will scare you more than what you can see. So the guy's behind me, he's back choking me, his hands applied around my throat. This moves me forward. So now, it's interesting, when you panic a lot, if you felt somebody grab your wrist, your first initial reaction, a lot of times if you haven't trained, is to go and cover what is covering you, right? Think of it like this: you're at a barbecue, you're having whatever you're having, spare ribs, and all of a sudden as you're sitting there and you're eating it, big old bee lands on your arm, stings your arm. What's your reaction? So you cover where you feel the pain, or you cover where you feel somebody grabs you, okay? So that's what we're gonna utilize on this technique. Guy's behind me, he's grabbing me. I step forward, grab his fingers. It could be pinkies, index, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna try to push them up with my thumbs. Once I have his thumbs or fingers up, I'm gonna turn and rotate towards the person, kick them in the groin, throw the fingers down for a break. So from a side perspective, my opponent is behind me, he's grabbing me, so I'm gonna take a slight step forward, prepare my stance, reach up, grab the fingers, turn and rotate, kick, and then break. So that's Kempo front choke number 1, and that's Kempo front choke number 2. These will be added to later on down in the series. The last thing was our second half of 2 Pinion. So in the Yellow Belt series, we covered the first half of 2 Pinion. Now we're gonna cover the second half, okay? As a recap or review, first thing we did was bow, step and circle and pull. This kind of clears the mind. The Japanese have a great phrase, it's called mushin. Mushin means no mind. When you go into a conflict situation where someone's trying to attack you, I don't want to think. I want to simply react. This is a very easy thing to say. It's a really hard thing to teach yourself. Empty your mind. My mind is void. Shihan used to say to me a lot, when you're trying to understand this concept, show me your mind before you were born. That's a tough one. Empty. Totally void. So in 2 Pinion, I'm sitting down in my stance. First person, I block down, add a knife hand, thrust punch to the groin, cross and look. Second, block down, add my knife hand, thrust punch to the groin. Coming up the middle, block down, knife hand. As my feet come together, thrust punch high to the face, reverse hammer strike to the groin, switch and rotate. Thrust punch to the face, reverse hammer to the groin, switch and rotate. Thrust punch to the face, reverse hammer to the groin. Next opponent, number 4, over my right shoulder. I'll turn and block towards him. Knife hand block. Step in, back punch the chin. Cross the arm. Turn in the opposite way, block down. Knife hand block. Step in, back punch the chin. As I go back down the middle, first I block. Then as I step in, it's 5, 6. Right thrust punch groin. Left back punch to the chin. Then I'll step in with the left foot, 6 block, 5 block, left thrust punch to the groin, right back punch to the chin, and then one more time, 5 block, 6 block, thrust punch groin, back punch chin. Crossing my arms, turning back to guy number 1. It's a left block, followed by my knife, followed by a number 1 block in what we call a corkscrew. Cross my hands and look, turn and block right, add the knife, step in with the left block, corkscrew, right foot joins the left foot pulls back. We have 2 rolls, and then we bow. What I want to do is show you the second half of that form, going down the middle, from a front perspective so you can see. So when I came back on the back side of the form, first had a number 8 block coming down, and then as I step in, it's a 5 block high, 6 block high, thrust punch low, back punch high. Then as my left foot approaches, left block up, right block up, thrust punch low, back punch high, and then one more, 5 block, 6 block, thrust punch, back punch. I hope that was very helpful to you. Again, I welcome all your feedback, all your questions and comments. Please don't hesitate to ask, whether it's through an email or in class. Come right up and talk to me. I would be glad to help you out in any way I can. Today's final note, I'll show you something a friend gave me. Very, very dear friend, a couple years ago. Most of you see it as you walk in the dojo. Black belt is a white belt who refused to give up. A black belt is a white belt who refused to give up. Whatever you're going through in your process in karate, don't quit. Whatever you're going through in your process in your personal life, don't quit. Many things in life are hard. There's lessons there. But if you persevere, you will get through it. I know sometimes that mountain seems insurmountable. It's so high. But remember, there's a great Chinese proverb, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So whatever you do, keep working hard, keep believing in yourself, and in life, don't quit. Thank you very much. Until our next video.